morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to talk about something very cool, which could end up being very bad. You see, we've been talking lately about this Flame Fruit event, which is going on in, Dallas in North America and Utrecht in the Netherlands over in Europe. Basically, a bunch of these tournaments, which are very much one-offs, one per region, where you are competing to win the Flame Fruit, a unique promo for which only one is being given out per region, which I've made this point before, but let me say it again. It just so wonderfully mirrors what happens in the actual One Piece story. It's just absolutely phenomenal. I adore this. I think it's wonderful. I think whoever came up with this idea deserves a massive raise, and it's going to be very, very cool. But we talked about this the other day. One of the things we didn't get a chance to talk about the other day was this rather lovely, this promo set of cards. And this is one of the products that is being sold at the Flame event. It is premium card collection, and it's got Nugate, Ace, and Luffy. And it is one of those things whereby you buy this and you get free promo cards. Now, we're going to talk about these promo cards and what they do and how good they might be. But we also need to talk about the fact that I think this might not be ideal, because it seems like it's actually only, at least as it stands at the moment, only available at this Flame Fruit event, and not a lot of people have been able to get into this, and this is a bit of a problem. Now, in terms of the promo cards, they are mechanically unique, and this is a little bit of a problem. Take the Luffy, for instance. This is promo 154, a red Straw Hat Crew card, and it's a 6-cost, 8,000 power, no counter, and it allows you to rest free Don, and if your leader is Portgus the Ace, you can play an 8,000 power or less Portgus the Ace from your hand. Well, this has a natural deck into which it fits really rather nicely, because we've got the red-blue Portgus the Ace deck, the one from OP13, the one that has proven to be very, very good when I casted One Piece Finals back in December in Dusseldorf. The top 4 was Ace, 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 and Ace. It was the only deck represented in top 4. Now, I'm also fully aware that the Ace deck now is not as good as the Ace deck was back then, but maybe being able to play a 6-cost and then get this as an 8k body and getting a second 8k body on the board at the same time, that might be something which makes this quite a bit better. And the thing to remember is, you can look at this right now and you can go, well, I don't know if we've got a good enough card to take advantage of this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we've got a good enough card to take advantage of this right now. That doesn't matter, because there's going to be plenty of Ace that are revealed in the future and released in the future that we can use with this. And that is the point I'm talking about here. We don't know what's going to be good in the future. We don't know what's going to be released in the future. But essentially, any 8,000 power or lower Ace is going to end up, potentially at least, being good with this. Maybe it's the OP16 secret rare. Maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. The point is that this is potentially a good card. And the point I'm making in this video, it only really matters if it could be a good card. If these cards are inarguable, unplayable, trash, garbage, then it doesn't matter nearly so much. But they're not. And that is my point. And honestly, on play, being able to rest free Don to play an 8k seems very, very strong. Do remember you have to essentially pay free for it, but you're paying free to get cards that cost more than free. Speaking of Ace with 8,000 power or less, here is an Ace with 8,000 power or less, which, yes, could be played as a free cost rather than a 6 cost using that Luffy. But otherwise, it's a 6 cost, 8k, And on play, give 2 of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power for the turn. And this is what red likes to do. Red cards in One Piece love lowering power and then taking advantage of that lowered power. It's kind of nice, honestly. It's kind of their thing. And this is just another way of doing that, another way of taking advantage of this, another way of lowering power in a way which is hopefully going to help you out and give you a big advantage in the future. It's potentially a very nice card, especially if it can be played with the Luffy, for instance, and then all of a sudden you pay 9, and you've got your 8k Luffy, and you've got your 8k Ace, and then we're kind of rolling. And let's not forget the OP16 leader Ace, which really, really wants 8,000 power characters. That's the one whereby up to one of your Luffy or one of your characters of a type, including Whitebeard Pirates of 8,000 power or more, gains Rush for the turn. Well, here we got a Luffy and we got a Whitebeard Pirate with 8k that can go and gain Rush. I'm not saying these cards are going to make OP16 Ace broken, but I am saying that if OP16 Ace is good, there is a decent chance you want to play these cards in it. Then we've got the new gate, 10 cost, 12k. Here, big boy. And what we got here is on play, your leader and all of your characters gain 2,000 power for the turn, then KO one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. I did tell you that we love lowering power. That's kind of our thing. This is good. Potentially. Again, we never know exactly how good they're going to be until we get them on the board. But the point is, there is potential here as a come-in, KO of 3k or less, which, as we keep saying, with red is going to be a lot more powerful than in other types that aren't lowering power so much. And your leader and all your characters get a 2k bump for this turn, meaning you're going to have a bumper turn full of big attacks. And there is a lot potentially going on here that we can get on board with. These 3 cards are potentially rather good. Arguably too good to be promos. I don't like really good cards being promos. It makes me a little bit wary. Well, not only are these promos, but they're coming out in this promo set, and as it stands at the moment, this promo set is being sold at the Flame Fruit event. Now, there is a very good chance that over the next goodness knows how long, this ends up being sold in other places and all of that good stuff. But right now, this is being sold at the Flame Fruit event. The reason why this is so gosh darned important is because a lot of people aren't getting to the Flame Fruit event. You see, initially we looked at this and went, oh, there's 5,000 tickets. 5,000 tickets sounds good. We like that there's 5,000 tickets. And then we ended up in this awkward situation where we looked around and we went, there's no spectator tickets. So all of these 5,000 tickets are essentially who's getting in here. Do also remember that Bandai finals are taking place at the same time, so you will be able to kind of go in if you've got a ticket, you've qualified for Bandai finals, you've got your qualification, then you will be able to go in, just to be clear. So that is very, very important. However, if you don't have your qualification and you don't have a ticket for the Flame Fruit, yeah, you're not getting in, ladies and gentlemen. And this is an issue when we've got exclusive stuff like this. All of a sudden we're sitting here and we're going, well, you know, we got exclusive merch, which is only sold with event tickets, at an event where a lot of people aren't going to be able to get to. You know, Vampire Gaming tweeted out, EU Flame sold out in 1 minute, 4,000 person event. And a lot of people are suggesting, and we'll have to wait and see how it goes, all right? We will have to wait and see if this is actually how it looks in the end. But a lot of people are suggesting this is essentially a bunch of scalpers signing up so that they can go and get the merch. And if that is the case, then that's bad on like every front. Because now all of a sudden, We don't have players being able to go and get tickets because people want to go and scout the merchandise. And now the tournament is going to be basically empty after a couple of rounds because all the people that joined just to scout the merchandise are going to have dropped. And it's going to ruin buying the merch, but it's also going to ruin the tournament itself. Because I told you there's other stuff going on as well. It's not just this binder of free promo cards. We've also got the Yamato binder and playmat set, which incidentally is going to be redonkulously popular. People are going to go absolutely crazy for this, and I don't blame them, but they are going to go absolutely crazy for this. And then we got all the event merchandise like the playmat, etc., which I don't think is going to be nearly as popular. But then again, if it is, so limited and so few people can get their hands on it, I don't know. Maybe just the generic event playmat is going to end up getting scalped massively. And this is a problem. It is a problem if you can't get to an event because it's just scalpers signing up to go and get the merch. It is a problem if you can't get the merch because it's all gone to scalpers and so on and so forth. This is, unfortunately, something that happens as card games get more and more popular, and we do get people coming in who aren't here for the game, who don't really want to play, who don't really want to collect, but they see there is a profit to be made. But this seems like the worst example we've seen yet, where people are essentially, and again, we won't know until the event happens, but what is widely assumed to be happening online is essentially people are signing up for this event because they have to in order to go and get the stuff, and they're just going to go in, get the merch, and then leave, leading to the double whammy of a half-empty main event and awesome merch which is unattainable for the majority of genuine players and collectors. And having mechanically unique cards in the middle of it just makes it worse, because if you want these cards for a deck, it's going to be awkward. Now, to be fair, Bandai do have a pretty good track record of making really awkward, unique promos available again for people to play with, but how and when remains a very big question. For now, I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know if you're worried about this. I want to know if you got a ticket. I want to know anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.